Did Jimmy Fallon fall silent? Jungkook's Tokyo Billboard visual called Hollywood level? Did even American late-night television pause for a moment because of Jungkook's global impact? That is the question circulating across social media after fans began linking his massive Tokyo Billboard appearance to reactions from US entertainment circles, including comparisons involving Jimmy Fallon. The buzz began when towering digital billboards featuring Jungkook lit up prominent districts in Tokyo. High-definition visuals displayed him in cinematic lighting, styled with precision and confidence that fans quickly described as Hollywood level. Within hours, photos and videos of the billboard spread across X, Instagram, and TikTok, generating international conversation. The narrative intensified when fans referenced past moments on American television, particularly Jungkook's appearances on programs such as The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Online commentators speculated that even seasoned U.S. hosts accustomed to A-list celebrities would have to acknowledge the scale of his current visual dominance. While there is no confirmed statement of Fallon reacting directly to the Tokyo Billboard, the metaphor of him being left speechless became shorthand for how striking the display appeared. What made the Tokyo Billboard stand out was not merely its size, but its cinematic quality. The lighting design, camera framing, and color grading resembled a film poster rather than a standard advertisement. Fans described the imagery as reminiscent of Hollywood blockbuster promotions, polished, commanding, and larger than life. Entertainment observers note that Tokyo remains one of the most competitive advertising markets in Asia. Securing prime digital billboard placement in central districts signals strong brand confidence and market investment. For Jungkook, whose influence already spans music, fashion, and luxury endorsements, this level of exposure reinforces his positioning beyond K-pop boundaries. The Hollywood level label reflects more than aesthetic praise. It suggests global crossover appeal, the kind associated with mainstream Western film stars and international fashion icons. Analysts argue that such comparisons highlight how Jungkook's image now operates within a broader entertainment framework, rather than being confined to a single genre or regional market. Fan discourse also emphasized the emotional dimension. Many expressed pride at seeing a Korean artist command visual spaces traditionally dominated by Western campaigns. The scale of the billboard was interpreted not just as personal success, but as symbolic representation of K-pop's expanding global footprint. Whether or not Jimmy Fallon literally reacted, the phrase captures the sentiment driving the conversation. Jungkook's visual impact has reached a level where even major American media figures are invoked as benchmarks of astonishment. As images continue to circulate worldwide, one conclusion stands clear. The Tokyo Billboard was not just an advertisement, it became a statement. And in the eyes of fans, that statement echoed far beyond Japan, resonating all the way to Hollywood. The conversation did not stop at admiration. As images of the towering Tokyo display continued circulating, entertainment commentators began analyzing what this moment represents in a broader industry context. When a single visual placement can dominate timelines across Asia, trend in North America, and spark comparisons involving Jimmy Fallon, it signals more than fandom enthusiasm, it signals market penetration. Observers point out that Tokyo's prime billboard districts are among the most competitive advertising spaces in the world. Brands reserve those screens for campaigns they believe can command immediate attention. Featuring Jungkook at that scale suggests confidence not only in his star power, but in his ability to translate visibility into cultural impact. The Hollywood-level label, repeated across fan posts and entertainment blogs, reflects a shift in perception. Jungkook is no longer being framed merely as a global K-pop figure. He is being visually positioned alongside international film icons and luxury ambassadors who dominate Western pop culture imagery. The cinematic styling of the billboard's sharp tailoring, controlled lighting, intense gaze reinforces that crossover narrative. Media analysts in the US note that such placements often serve strategic timing. Large-scale visual dominance in Asia can precede major announcements, whether in fashion, music, or global brand partnerships. The scale of the Tokyo rollout has therefore sparked speculation that this may be part of a coordinated international campaign rather than a standalone regional promotion. Beyond strategy, there is symbolism. Fans describe the billboard as a representation of how far Korean artists have come in reshaping global entertainment hierarchies. Seeing Jungkook's image occupy spaces historically dominated by Western movie stars carries emotional weight for many supporters. It becomes less about a single advertisement and more about visibility on the world stage. If Jimmy Fallon's name continues to surface in this discourse, it is because his platform represents mainstream American validation. Invoking him is a way of emphasizing that Jungkook's influence has expanded beyond niche fandom circles into broader pop culture consciousness. The implication is clear. This level of visual dominance demands acknowledgement, even from established Western media figures. As night falls in Tokyo and the billboard lights up once more, cameras continue flashing, clips continue uploading, and the phrase Hollywood level continues trending. One screen, one image, one global ripple effect. What makes this moment particularly striking is how seamlessly it blends spectacle with strategy. In a media era saturated with content, commanding physical space still carries a unique power. A towering digital billboard in Tokyo does not scroll away. It stands still, luminous and unavoidable, forcing passers-by to look up. When that screen is filled with the image of Jungkook, the effect becomes both visual and symbolic. Marketing experts suggest that large-format outdoor campaigns function as declarations of status. They are less about immediate conversion and more about perception. By occupying premium advertising real estate, an artist signals permanence, scale, and institutional backing. For Jungkook, whose career already bridges music charts, luxury fashion, and global endorsements, the Tokyo billboard reinforces a narrative of sustained dominance rather than fleeting virality. The Hollywood-level comparison continues to circulate not because of exaggeration, but because of production value. The crisp cinematography, the dramatic lighting gradients, the poised yet intense expression, these are hallmarks of blockbuster promotional aesthetics. Fans argue that the imagery would not look out of place on Sunset Boulevard or Times Square. That universality is precisely what fuels the ongoing discussion. There is also a cultural ripple effect. Tokyo remains one of Asia's most influential fashion and entertainment capitals. Visibility there amplifies visibility elsewhere. When footage of the billboard travels online, it transcends geography. Viewers in Los Angeles, London, and Jakarta experience the same towering presence through their screens. In that sense, the physical billboard becomes a digital phenomenon. Industry watchers now question whether this scale of visual rollout hints at something imminent. Major billboard campaigns often precede high-profile announcements, album releases, global partnerships, or multimedia projects. While no official confirmation has been issued, the timing and magnitude of the display have intensified speculation that 2026 may hold another pivotal chapter in Jungkook's career. Meanwhile, the narrative involving Jimmy Fallon continues to trend as shorthand for mainstream recognition. Whether literal or metaphorical, the idea of a seasoned American host being momentarily speechless captures the essence of the moment, a recognition that Jungkook's influence has expanded into spaces once considered distant from K-pop's traditional